Hey guys, so today I want to make a quick comparison here with the brand new Galaxy Grand 2 versus the Samsung Galaxy S3 over here that I do have on my right side. So the Galaxy Grand 2 has a 5.3-inch display, quad-core low clock though, quad-core 1.2 gigahertz, Cortex A7 versus Cortex A9, I think quad-core 1.3 gigahertz, and Cortex A9 is actually way quicker in performance usually, but on the S3 here, but the S3 has like Mali 400, which is an amazing GPU for like GTA games, like GTA San Andreas and those games, but usually not as good for game loft games like Asphalt and such. And I'm probably going to do gameplay videos, comparisons, perhaps if people are interested. But you can see here also that the Galaxy S3 has a 4.8-inch display. Both have Android 4.3 here, and I gotta say the display on the Grand 2 is definitely a little bit more attractive for me. I also have a 2GB variant here of this one, so it's probably going to get a 4.4 KitKat in the future, and I also think that this one is going to get 4.4 KitKat here very, very soon in the future. You can also see here on the back, pretty interesting here, on the Samsung smartphone, the Grand 2, that you get kind of like a leather back, and it makes the device feel so attractive, feel so exclusive and all that, if you do ask me. I like how thick it is, like up here and at the bottom. It looks really, really nice, and it feels really, really high quality. The Galaxy S3 definitely feels a lot cheaper, I gotta say, both with the kind of like the button design, how those things feels, but it's overall as well doesn't feel as solid, especially not with the back, a little bit more of like a plastic back. And also I like how this back you take off here on the side, versus the Galaxy S3 here, at least this variant, you take it off here at the top. Both have also, like, I think an 8-megapixel camera, which is pretty interesting. And you can also see here how the UI looks on both, pretty identical in a lot of different areas, especially in here with the toggles. Power saving mode, blocking mode, mobile data. They should have a pretty similar Wi-Fi hotspot also here, mobile data. But other than that, I mean, they're pretty similar in that little area. Smart Stay also on both these two devices. If we go in here and check out recent apps, or you can see that this area kind of looks the same. Let's check out the camera app here, which I actually think is going to be looking a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. First of all, the UI that you do get here on the Galaxy S3 is this kind of old UI. Even though they're running the same kind of Android version here, Android 4.3, the TouchWiz UI is a little bit more old school here on the Galaxy S3 versus the brand new Grand 2 here, which is having this new Galaxy S4 UI. And of course a bunch of different modes, probably has some extra modes in here. And a 5.3-inch display, I mean, versus 4.8-inch, you're definitely going to notice a difference. It doesn't feel too big. I mean, I'm used to big phones like the Note 2 and the Note 3. This one has the same size as the original Note, I guess. That was also around 5.3-inch, and that's quite a nice size, I have to say personally. But yeah, I kind of do enjoy this phone, but I wanted to do this quick little comparison here. Let's just go into settings here. Okay. Yeah, you can also see that the menus on the Galaxy Grand 2 is a little bit more like the Galaxy Note 3's, a little bit more like a flat UI look. The bad thing here though with the display on the Grand 2 is that the viewing angles is a little bit more worse than what you do get on the Galaxy S3, I guess. At least if you ask me personally. And then if we go in here, you can see that they are pretty similar, pretty similar setups in here. But it all comes down to what you want to do with the phone. If you really like that extra size, if you're going to play a lot of games, I might take a comparison look at that, because that could definitely be some interesting things to have a great look at. I mean, we can see things like here when you are having the browser open up, it goes in full screen mode here on the Galaxy Grand 2. Not exactly the same thing here on the S3, which doesn't go in full screen mode. You can still see that top bar. If you want to see it here on the Grand, you just have to hover up there in the top. I gotta say, very smooth UI here on both devices actually, because it's like stops rendering or something when you're doing that. But yeah, quickly look here on these two devices. If you want to see more videos with these specific devices, definitely let me know about that, and I definitely will see what I can do.